Welcome to Insomniac Games, and we are live on this Friday before Thanksgiving. I hope that all my panelists on the couch are awake because they just fed us like turkey pot pies with muffins and giant pecan and pumpkin pies and just, I don't know. It's a food coma day here at Insomniac. I don't know how any work on Spider-Man is getting done this afternoon. People are just taking naps at their desks. My name is James Stevenson, and I'm the community director here at Insomniac Games. I'm sitting here with 3 great guests today because you can't have enough guests for a Star Wars game. We had 4 even because I screwed this up, and I had to vote someone off the island, so sorry, Robbie Cox. And if you're seeing Robbie Cox's name under someone who is not Robbie Cox, that's because we voted him out. And this is Billy. He's our QA audio specialist here at Insomniac Games. We have Alex, who is our associate VFX artist, making all those cool effects that you may see in the Spider-Man trailers and in the game itself as well, obviously. And then, of course, we've got everybody's favorite Adam Coriglione, combat designer on here at Insomniac. And today we're playing Star Wars Battlefront II, and we're going to actually, I think, jump in with the campaign for a little bit first. Does that sound good, guys?
Yeah.
And I know this game has set the internet on storm, and I think actually, you know, we're gonna skip the opening couple missions and just get straight into it because I've played a little bit. But I think it's best if we start with the Luke Skywalker mission and let one of you guys play Luke Skywalker mission. So I don't know who wants the controller or sticks first.
I feel like after the last couple of streams, I need some redemption.
Yeah.
The Mega Man stream was bad. The Wolfenstein stream was worse. I need to come back. You got it.
Yeah. I feel like I should play when it's time to play as a Stormtrooper because that's mostly compatible with my play style because I can't hit anything. So.
That might be a rough game for you if you can't shoot anything. Maybe Luke Skywalker with a lightsaber force power is a better way to go. So yeah, I've been excited. I know all you guys had listed this game as something you were all excited about. Why Star Wars? Why Battlefront? Like, what was exciting about it to you?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Star Wars. I have the original trilogy on the old VHS tapes, and so anything Star Wars, gets me, pumped. When I bought my PS4 in 2015, this was the first game, or Battlefront 1 was the first game I bought for it. So that was super fun, and can't wait to see what they throw us next.
For me, I've been always into Battlefield, and so Battlefront, mixing Battlefield with Star Wars, blew my mind, so I'm definitely interested to check this out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest, one of the best looking games out there. It's hard not to be excited.
So I will catch people up who don't know what the story is in this game. Basically, the story of the campaign follows Iden Verso. It's one of the two. I think it's Iden. Who's played by, oh god, I'm going to mess her name up. It's Janina Gavin Carr. So many names. So difficult. So much turkey coma. But you're basically a Special Forces Imperial group. The game actually starts kind of with you like escaping a rebel ship where you're deleting a transmission the rebels had intercepted where they would have like discovered the trap at Endor, and then you play through a mission where you're on Endor right after the Death Star got destroyed. And now it's kind of the remnants of the Empire and the Special Forces are trying to deal with stuff. So they're going to destroy this observatory that has all these artifacts the Emperor's been hiding essentially for whatever reason. And as the Special Forces get there, Luke and R2 were there to discover this thing as well. And instead of playing as the Special Forces here, you get to play as Luke. And it felt like, it's not a Star Wars game if you don't get to play as Luke for a little bit, so here we are. And you've got all the force powers, like if you press RB and LB, it does like a area of effect around you. If you hold down the left trigger, you block blaster bolts, which is really useful if you're getting shot at a lot, which you are kind of out here. You can dash forward with the right bumper and then do a force push with the left bumper. So this mission is kind of fun, just because you can play as Luke and figure out the best way to start before we do anything else. I saw Corey crawling around behind the TV, so I hope everything's okay in the audio-visual world.
We got backup audio coming from the camera. It sounds a little echoey. It's not echoey, it's just bad. The mics are not hot right now.
Got it. Okay. So hopefully you can hear us okay. So Godborn Plus asks the elephant in the room question. There's obviously been a lot of controversy around this game this week. Microtransactions are a hot topic. And, you know, I think, I don't want to speak for you guys too much here. I'll kind of give my thoughts. You know, I think it's one of those things that's really unfortunate because, like, I know people that work on this game. My friend Mitch Dyer was one of the writers on the game. I think a lot of people worked really hard on it based on what I've played so far. And it kind of sucks to have, you know, like, your game mired in controversy. So I can't even imagine that from the team side. You know, I don't think microtransactions in and of themselves are a bad thing. I think, you know, a lot of games can get made or can stay sustainable due to it. You know, some people, if you think about, like, in the old days, like, essentially some of these free-to-play games out there that some of these do very well that are free-to-play. And you have these people that spend a lot of money on the game so that other people can essentially play the game for free. And you think kind of back to the era of, like, that's always been something that's kind of existed in some way, shape, or form, where, you know, back in the Renaissance, like, rich people would pay for art and everyone would enjoy it. So I think there's some level of microtransactions that are okay and necessary, but there's ways to do it right and ways to do it wrong, and consumers, you guys are going to react the way you're going to react, and we have to learn from that, and companies have to learn from that. You know, I think the way Blizzard's done, like Overwatch, has done, you know, done their crates and done, you know, cosmetic. People, like, get excited when a new costume comes out and a new skin comes out for Overwatch. So I think that's one of those where it's like, okay, you know, they're doing it in a way that people seem to be okay with. Obviously, people weren't a big fan, and EA is listening to that feedback, and I'm sure DICE and Motive and everyone involved are block those shots, Adam. Block those shots.
In the back.
Wow.
Block those shots.
All
Alright.
Use your force powers too, dude. You can jump forward with the right bumper. It makes you go. It makes you go really fast.
Oh, air combat.
Anyway, the point being, I think, like I said, I think you guys, I think the internet at large, you know, is kind of expressing their opinion, and I think EA and the dev team are trying to listen and trying to do right, and so hopefully that all works out. I still think there's a lot of cool stuff here as a Star Wars fan, someone who's into the game, and I bought the game, and I plan to enjoy playing it. Though I will say that a mild part of me was a little sad that I hadn't just loaded up on crates before they turned the microtransactions off, so that I could just be like super powered up Boba Fett wrecking everyone in multiplayer.
All right.
So anyway, I hope that answers the question. I don't know if you guys have any other thoughts on that. Anyone? I mean, don't feel like you have to comment on that. I know it's super.
For me, if it doesn't give you a competitive advantage, I'm okay with you paying for, like, cosmetic stuff. In single.
Looks like I'm not the only one who wishes the Empire.
You can essentially power up your character faster with some of that. And it's like, that's, you know, I'm not going to do that necessarily, but it doesn't really bother me that other people might be looking at. Sure, you know, if you want to unlock stuff faster, unlock something in particular, an ability, that's totally fine.
That's what it comes down to for me, as long as it's fair for everyone and they're not charging for things. Like, there was some game I played the other day that was $2.50 to unlock a loot crate that had one cosmetic item. That's not okay. But,
Yeah. Like I said, it's a topic that's obviously a hot one. So hopefully you guys can hear us. I don't know. It's hard to hear us right now. So.
We can hear you, yeah.
Okay. Someone just
Doesn't
said.
sound good.
Okay. Someone just said it's hard to hear us, like right now. So.
Yeah, let's tell you. Oh boy. Play without dying. It's already going well.
I'm about to change that for you.
So, all that out of the way, as Luke now runs in, this is one of the Special Forces guys that's on the Inferno Squad, which is kind of the new squadron. And this game is canon, too, unfortunately.
Oh,
So it is actually canon, it's part of the canon in the universe. They work with the Lucasfilm Story Group. Lucasfilm Story Group people were at the mocap sessions and stuff. So definitely an interesting aspect there that you have the scanning thing. I hope you're ready to kill a lot of bugs.
This is what happens.
Logan1194 says hi y'all. Hey Logan
Hey, what's up,
1194.
Logan?
Someone said, and I'm sorry I missed it, they're off the screen now, but asked what everyone's favorite Star Wars game is.
Probably Force Unleashed.
Oh, interesting. What was it about the Force Unleashed?
I mean, I'm a big melee combat guy, and getting to just dash around and do awesome melee combat and use cool force powers is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked, I guess I had different attributes that I liked about different Star Wars games. Like, I do like Force Unleashed best in terms of gameplay mechanics, because there's like all these crazy powers you have. But in terms of narrative, I actually like the Star Wars Bounty Hunter on the PS2, because, you know, you play as Jango Fett, and then, you know, instead of, you have kind of like your goal, your bounty that you're after, but in addition to that, there's like another bounty hunter who's competing with you, so instead of just going for the main target, you have this other guy competing with you in the storyline, and you have to take him down, and it was just a really, really awesome story in my opinion.
Jedi Academy, actually, I really enjoyed that back in the day. I don't remember much about the game, but I do remember, like, I really liked starting off relatively unpowerful and then ending up very powerful in the end. And the idea of a Jedi Academy is a cool, it's cool for story purposes.
So I'll give you my kind of, I'm gonna be cheap and have multiple answers. I think the best campaign ever in a Star Wars game was Jedi Knight. I just absolutely love Jedi Knight. It's terrific. I played so much of it back in the day. That was Dark Forces 2. It was just like such a huge jump from the first Dark Forces game as well. But I will give some special, my nostalgia love goes to like all the Super Star Wars games on Super Nintendo, which might be one of the things we close this year out with right ahead of The Last Jedi before we go on our holiday break. We may do a Super Star Wars Day here on on Insomniac Live, which I'm excited about. The one other game I'll give a shout out that a lot of people forget about, but was awesome, was Republic Commando.
Right.
That game was super, super fun.
Which was the one on N64?
Shadows of the Empire?
Yeah.
Or Dash Rendar?
I think so. I remember playing that a lot.
Yeah. It was like one of the only games that was out the first holiday for the N64. So I was the same way. I played that game a ton. The Snowspeeder battle, just all of that was sensational. I don't know. Chat, what's your favorite Star Wars game? Do you have favorites? Multiple favorites? Love to hear from you guys. Why did you like them? Type it in the chat. Let us know. So now... So now you find out basically that this observatory is rigged to blow, and that he has to try and disable the defense system. So it worked out that Luke was there, because otherwise he would have gotten blown up if he'd gone it alone. Or if the trooper had gone it alone, he would have been mobbed by all the little critters and died.
Teamwork.
So Godborn Plus asked, what are you guys' thoughts on the new Star Wars movie trailer? Excited, disappointed? I don't know. What's everyone thinking for The Last Jedi? It's out here in just under a month now.
I cannot wait. There's actually a friend of mine in Florida, because I'm going to be in Florida at the time it comes out. There's a friend of mine, we still need to pick a date and time to go see it, and I am so hyped I can't even explain.
Yeah.
Looks awesome. I can't wait for it. I'm happy that Disney has the franchise, or the licensed franchise, whatever, now. I mean, yearly Star Wars releases, who knows how I'll feel about it in like 10 years, right? But for now, I'm happy that we're getting new quality Star Wars films.
Definitely hit use your force powers, Alex, because like
right.
RBLB together gives you that like area like around you that's really great to use them, and so is the those are all the force powers really useful here.
Beautiful.
I try to avoid trailers like the plague if I actually am interested in the movie.
So you haven't watched the new trailer?
I haven't even seen more than maybe 5 seconds of it.
Oh wow.
It's like I like the purity you're going in with. So, like,
It's
I
been
really-
ruined too much, man. Too many things have been spoiled for me.
I
from
will
trailers.
I will say that like I think I'm at the blackout point now. Though I did end up somehow watching Game Informer like posted a link to a new commercial, and I somehow ended up watching it today because I'm like I just am a sucker like that. I get too excited. Star Wars is hard for me to resist. But I'm kind of on a official trailers only. Like I'll watch the trailers and then I'm gonna like not watch any of the clips or anything like that from here on out. But I feel like, given the movie, they've now said the movie's 2.5 hours long, the longest Star Wars movie. I mean, we've seen like maybe 4 minutes of it, so there's it's gonna be so much good stuff.
Yes.
There's gonna be so much good stuff.
Yeah, I try to have discipline with Star Wars and Marvel movies. Like sometimes I try to resist, but I've failed almost every time, except for Black Panther. I have actually been able to hold off and haven't watched a single trailer for that
I
yet.
want to see
and,
that movie so bad.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait to. I'm gonna make sure that every minute of it is a complete surprise. So.
Okay, so you get. Oh yeah, you already uncovered that one for me. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, Black Panther looks amazing. I can't wait. If you're, well, let's see. And someone said probably Lego Star Wars. I do love the Lego Star Wars games.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
They're really, really fun.
Rogue
That was
Squadron.
Killstriker who said Lego Star Wars, and then Sabezo Gaming says Force Unleashed with the amazing combat. Yeah, I like that quite a bit too. Remaster Resistance. You're going with Lego Star Wars as well. Interesting. Logan1194 said this is the last AAA game of this jam-packed year. It has been a jam-packed year of AAA games. What are you guys gonna play next week? Oh, are you asking on the stream? Oh, well, we're gonna play Lego Marvel Superheroes next week, and I think Corey was saying maybe Donkey Kong Country on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So a little Lego Marvel. That's a AAA release to us, new Marvel game. So that's going to happen on Monday, and then I will be traveling for the holiday, but Corey will be here with some folks playing Donkey Kong Country, whoever's masochistic enough to play that game. But what are you guys playing personally? What are you excited to play? Especially, we've got a big holiday break coming up here. We close the studio for just about 3 weeks during the holiday, so we're actually be done on December 13th, so we're all totally free to go to like marathon screenings or spend all day Thursday the 14th watching. Are you guys all going to the first showings of Star Wars on the 14th?
Not, but I'll see it over the holiday break for sure.
Okay.
As for games, this holiday is all about Mario.
Mario, have you played it all yet?
No, I haven't gotten it yet. I've been holding off just because I have a bunch of flying that I'm going to be doing over the holidays.
Got
So
it. You're saving
I'm-
it.
Yeah, I'm saving it. I'm excited though. Can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I probably won't be seeing Star Wars opening night just because I've already delayed so much on buying my tickets. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one for opening night. And then I'll see it as soon as possible, of course. In terms of games, since July, I think it was at D23, Kingdom Hearts 3 finally announced they're coming out next year. So I'm trying to go back and replay the old ones and recap on the story before that comes out. But I've just been so busy, I haven't gotten so much time to do it. I restarted the first game probably back in March, and I still haven't finished that one yet. And there's still so many to go. So
They're so long.
yeah.
I will say, Brian Intihar, the creative director on Spider-Man, is a huge Kingdom Hearts fan.
Oh, yeah.
He's a gigantic Kingdom Hearts fan.
Absolutely awesome.
I just picked up the Xbox X, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to try to play as many enhanced games as possible. So far, that console has just blown my mind. Every game that I've tried, every old game that I've tried on it, plays better. The aliasing has helped, even on 360 backwards compatible stuff. Every day we're getting new enhanced patches, so it's like playing the game for the first time again. So I'm just going to try to play as much of that stuff as possible. Fortnite, Overwatch, things like that.
Yeah, I have an Xbox One X, and I would agree that I've been very impressed. You have a 4K TV, obviously. Yeah. If you have a 4K TV, it's pretty sweet. I just got a copy of Assassin's Creed, and I've been playing that on it, and it's mind-blowingly beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to actually sit down with some time with Wolfenstein and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, with all the good reviews for Skyrim on the Switch, I might actually, since I've already finished Zelda and I'm pretty far into Mario, and I have a bunch of travel myself, I'm kind of thinking I might get Skyrim on the Switch because I never finished Skyrim. I spent 50 hours in it, and I just did a bunch of I had done like all the guilds and stuff, but I never went anywhere in the main story. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to play it again and just actually play some of it. So, you know, I'm almost just madly curious. I didn't play Doom on Switch either, but I hear both of them are really, really good. Also, I love how well Lucasfilm on all of their properties, like the Raider is like a relatively new ship, and I don't know where it first appeared. Where did the Imperial? Does anyone know? I think it was in maybe one of the older games, and then but now it's been in a ton of stuff. Like it came in X-Wing. It was an epic ship in the X-Wing miniatures game, and then now they are on a Raider in this game, which I think is cool. It's a cool looking ship that is kind of obscure, but now you're seeing it in a ton of the Star Wars stuff, and they've done a really good job of the guns you see in all the different Star Wars games and books and just everything. The cohesiveness of the story group is pretty cool, I think.
Would you like to take over?
Sure, man.
I hope you're ready to fly.
Oh, I'm definitely ready to fly.
I will say the flying controls, I switched to Southpaw and then inverted on the, because it's a stick, and it actually flies like it's supposed to. And so it may not be the Battlefield controls that you're used to, but it flies like it's supposed to me.
Okay.
That's what matters.
We'll see.
So that was the Luke Skywalker mission where he and the guy left, or he and the Special Forces trooper just let each other go.
Vardos is our target. One of them, yes. Why?
Oh, Necturne, you didn't miss earlier. We did talk about each of our favorite Star Wars games. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the old Battlefront games. If Brandon Winfrey was here, he would have said that for sure. But Adam said Force Unleashed.
I like Force Unleashed and Star Wars Mountaineers. Yeah.
Yep, and then Billy was on the Jedi Academy
And Rogue Squadron.
and Rogue Squadron. There's been so many good ones.
Yeah.
So many good ones over the years. And I said Jedi Knight. This is kind of my favorite campaign, I think. And then the Battlefront games were really good for multiplayer. And then of course I love Republic Commando, and my nostalgic favorite is all the Super Star Wars games. Oh, okay. So you save these satellites. Actually, you're not going to fly here. This is the next mission. So you save these satellites, and they're attacking. They're now. So the Emperor has this weird thing that is giving his orders in case of his death, and they're now ravaging her home planet, and she's been ordered to go, I think, retrieve someone off of her home planet, but she's starting to have a crisis of conscience over her planet being ravaged, which you can kind of see here in the scene, even if we can't hear it super well here.
Looks could kill.
Yeah. They did a nice job, though. Their story cinematics and their characters look pretty good.
I don't know if you guys ever played the Star Wars mods for the original for Battlefield 1942 before Battlefront came out. Those were actually pretty incredible. They had the trench runs and all that stuff.
They did, yeah. They were really. People put a lot of effort into those.
Yeah.
Well, Jedi Knight, you could build your own maps online and stuff. So there was just so many maps and stuff you could download. And maps would have some of the maps had hallways. There'd be a secret button you could press. So once you'd learned all the in and outs, I loved it as a kid, just learning all the in and outs.
Yeah.
Have you played any online with this yet, James?
I have not.
Yeah, when I played Battlefront 1 online, I was just so on and off. Sometimes I'd have really awesome games where I'm killing everybody. Other times I couldn't get a single kill in. It's just so unpredictable with me.
It was hard but fun. I played the beta a lot, the multiplayer beta.
We'll find Protectorate Gleb in the archive.
All right.
Follow me.
I can move slowly and patiently. I don't mind.
I don't forget so easily, Agent.
Reach the archive.
And if you want to go back to first person, I think you just hold down the D-pad. Although you may not be able to do it right now.
Okay. Hello, people. Where's my POI?
Hold here. You ready to move out?
Hey, buddy.
Remaster Resistance say anyone play the Star Wars mod for Call of Duty 4? That was insane. I never played that one personally.
Not familiar with that.
Yeah, I didn't play that one. I saw some people had it.
supposed to go to the archive. See no POI.
Follow the light.
I'd go up the.
Yeah.
I'd go that way.
That's
That'd
what
be my guess.
I was heading that way like a moth.
Sorcery Warrior said, "What's her goal?" Right now, they're going to an archive, I think, to retrieve some Imperial VIP because the planet's getting destroyed and people are. So I guess you're just third person through this like story sequence because these satellites are causing these crazy storms. So they're kind of showing the Imperial occupation here post Return of the Jedi. So she's really a soldier following orders, but like I said, you're starting to have this crisis of conscience. So it's pretty cool. You've got the AT-AT walker and the chicken walker and everything. So getting kind of a fun view of what the world is like. The lighting's really nice here too. And we're just playing on regular Xbox. This isn't Xbox One X. It does look awesome on Xbox One X, I will say too.
Yeah, it looks awesome even here, so I can't
Yeah.
even imagine what it look like.
Yeah, this is just like 720p. Like
Yeah.
we're just we're playing it for streaming right now. There are protocol droids. If you're just tuning in, this is Insomniac Live. I'm here with a bunch of great Insomniacs. We've got Billy, who's our QA audio specialist. Alex, who's one of our associate VFX artists, and Adam, who's our combat designer. All of these gentlemen work on Spider-Man for PlayStation 4, and we're playing EA/DICE/Motives Star Wars Battlefront 2, and this is the campaign. We'll probably jump into multiplayer in a little bit here and get slaughtered by the kids online. And we've just returned to the main character's home planet, which is getting wrecked right now, and she's... and so she's trying to retrieve a VIP, but she's starting to have what I think is a crisis of conscience over this whole Imperial occupation.
It's a lot of time to think on this incredibly long walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, really getting the atmosphere in here.
You really want you to appreciate this awesome environment art.
Yeah, that's
lighting
what
and all that stuff.
it looks really good.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Look incredible.
You sound like my father.
K Brooks Goen says, "Is the story mode third person or well, fishes?" You can play third or first. You just have to press the controller. Although like Luke, you can only play him third person, which we just played the Luke.
Target acquired. Get a move on, Gleb.
She is giving me orders now, precious. Whoa. He is with me. The others will stay here. They are not important.
Commander, we have a ship on landing bay 2. You'll be safe there. Go now. Go! Whoa, what are you doing? No, stop!
Oh.
This is not our mission.
Stand down. It's okay. We'll get you off road. Go.
No. Don't you!
I am your commander. Stand down.
Aiden, our orders are clear. We are to recover the Protector of Gleb alone. Things have changed. Look around you, man. Do you even recognize the Empire anymore? Please don't do this.
The Empire's job is to save civilians from things like Operation Cinder.
The Empire's job is to save civilians? I didn't know that.
Well, they're all about keeping peace and order, supposedly.
I'm taking the orders of my commanding officer. Are these your orders?
Guy looks like Spock mixed with
They are.
Ted.
This is treason.
Kind of does.
Are these your orders?
Yes.
Then I have mine.
Let's see. Blockhead Studios. Can you just talk about the whole loot box community issue? Oh yeah, we did. We definitely talked about that earlier. And like I said, I think there's ways where people can do microtransactions and not. It depends on the situation. I think getting community feedback and working on that. I do think EA and especially I know the teams at like DICE and Motive, I'm sure, and those guys all put a lot of hard work into this, so they're definitely gonna be listening to the feedback as they go. Raphael Zagolin says a question to the developers: when you finish playing a game, we feel kind of sad. I assume you feel kind of sad because it's over. I think that's the thought. Is that the same thought you have when you finish the process of development?
Well,
Go for it.
And you can, like I said, if you want to go first person, you can just hold down on the D-pad, I think. There you go.
Funny thing about that is I have never finished the process of development because this is actually my first AAA game. I only started here in February, so
What were you doing, Alex? What were you doing before that?
I was at a company in Florida called Envu. It's a really small company, and they make games not so much for entertainment, but it's more like kiosk and like touchscreen type applications. And they put these applications like in like give them to like businesses to like help them promote their product. So for example, the shoe company Reebok, we had a application where there's a machine that projects onto the ground, and there's like footprints you can like step on and build up points and stuff, and you have to do it while wearing their shoes. So they do that to get people. They do that to get people to try on their shoes and hopefully incentive to buy them. And it was really cool. We worked on some fun stuff with technology I had never even heard of before starting there. But it's great to be working on Spider-Man, my favorite superhero.
Nice.
I feel like it's more of a sense of relief when I finish a game, like because usually by that point you will have like crunched pretty hard to get the game out the door, and so it can be sad
if you look at
when
it.
a project's over. But yeah, I think it's really just like a big sense of relief to finally finish whatever you've been working on.
I see. I was missing the claw.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely like that, it's out the door. Oh, that was a security camera, it shows you? Okay.
Oh.
Oops.
Yeah, there's definitely that. And you can, if you see the little yellow thing from their head, you can hold down Y and the droid will go zap those people.
Oh, cool.
And the droid's kind of your I don't know, your buddy. I don't know, I feel like these days it never is over.
Yeah.
When you ship it, like there's always, we talk about Sunset Overdrive. Oh, we shipped that game, and then there was, DLC afterwards, and so it's definitely, it's, I don't know. It's always weird when the actual end time is. It never seems like it's when you think it's going to be. Yeah. For some people, people roll off the game at different times too, and then it's, out of one kettle into another fryer. Durrani, thank you for the follow. Make sure you click that follow button here on Twitch, guys. We do shows 3 days a week on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. Next week we'll be playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, and we'll also be doing some Donkey Kong Country before the holiday. Let's see. K. Brooks go, I'm the only Star Wars games ever bought are Force Unleashed games. Love the first game, second not as much. Yeah, we talked about that. That's Adam's favorite Star Wars game. Was the first Force Unleashed game. I really like. Actually, like the second game is not as good as the first game, but it still has some good moments in it.
There's some really brutal stuff you can do, like levitate a guy with the Force,
yes.
Impale him with the lightsaber, and while he's impaled, hit him with some electricity, and then just chuck him like who knows how far.
If you hit LB and RB at the same time, it'll give you a scan too that'll highlight.
How do I switch weapons?
Oh, you have to go to that crate.
Oh, I just got the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, that's like one of your special weapons. I think you hold down to charge, it's like a pulse.
Am I not hurting them?
Hold it down. Hold down the trigger, I think. There you go. Now let go.
Oh,
that's what it does. So if you hit RB, you'll switch back to your regular gun.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay, cool.
It just lets you have that pulse cannon. And then if you want to go first person, you just hold down on the D-pad.
I like looking at my character.
Alright, cool. Necturne said, what are you guys' game of the year so far and why?
I think so far probably Nier Automata.
Why?
I think the combat it's really solid. It's not super deep, but I don't know if it necessarily has to be for that. And the story is phenomenal. The music is amazing. The characters are great. Just overall amazing game. And I didn't play the original one, so this was like a huge surprise for me because it's not a universe that I had gotten into before. So yeah, I love that game.
Sadly, I haven't had much time for gaming this year. Like I said, I've been replaying Kingdom Hearts, but based on trailers and gameplay footage I've seen, just going off of that, I would probably go with Breath of the Wild. Looked pretty awesome.
Wait, did you just give your game of the year to a game that you haven't played?
It looks cool.
Well, otherwise it's Kingdom Hearts 1 now, so, you know.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 didn't come out this year. Well, technically it did. They did release a new collection, like, with all the games, so technically Kingdom Hearts 1 did come out this year. So yeah, let's go with that then.
I'm heavily skewed towards multiplayer stuff, so I think Battlefield 1 for me is my game of the year. I might be in the minority, but I love the wrestling games too. So 2K18 just came out, and it's pretty good, man.
You can hold down Y and if you see that little yellow thing in your droid, you hold down Y and your droid will go shock him, so you don't have to chase him down. There you go, electroshock, baby. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Watch out for the AT-AT. That's rad. That's pretty sweet to be shooting guys through that. That's cool.
If Ted Price liked Assassin's Creed, they're gonna buy it. We need to find out, man.
Oh. Let's see. I would probably pick Breath of the Wild too. I think I like Mario Odyssey quite a bit, but Breath of the Wild was just 100 hours of my life that I won't get back, and I don't want back either. They were amazing. Just really, really, really good game. He's on that flight up. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Covered there. So it was just, I played a ton of that game, and Mario Galaxy may be Mario Odyssey may be a close number 2, to be downright honest. That's how good the Switch is this year. But it helps when the Wii U doesn't get a Mario or a Zelda game, really. So basically the Switch just kind of cannibalized both of the Wii U's Mario and Zelda games. You know, and Nintendo, it's a good thing for Nintendo to know, hey, like, cycle your consoles in on years where you're going to have Mario and Zelda. And, oh, that was pretty fun. That was a fun ragdoll. I'm trying. Sonic Destroyer said he's playing this. Oh, Indigo Glass 8 said Nier's combat is wonderful. Yeah. Killstriker says only the original Donkey Kong Country. Actually, you know, I have a Wii U that I could, if Corey wanted to play Tropic Freeze instead, they could totally play Tropic Freeze, which is terrific. The new Donkey Kong Country games are great. Killstriker. I absolutely love the Wii one and the Wii U one. They're both great games. Sonic Destroyer says, I'm trying to take a more stealthy approach to this story along with Last of Us to mix up my gaming style. I'm not sure how stealthy you can fully play this game. Like, I think the first mission you can play pretty stealthy, but that's it as far as I think I've seen in terms of stealth. It's still pretty much a shooter the rest of the time. Sabezo Gaming, will Spider-Man be English only or in other languages? Games are always localized in other languages these days. I don't know, do you have to deal with any of that audio localization? Is that, like, localization audio? Yeah.
Will be.
Yeah. I don't have a list of languages, but, you know, PlayStation and Sony as a publisher does a really good job of localizing into usually several languages, and that will be the case here as well. So, oh, that's an officer. So one of the things about officers is they're like priority targets because they can, I think, summon more guys and put up automatic turrets. So if you ever see like a little guy tagged or an officer, you want to kill him real quick, or especially if you have like a droid where you can go shock it, so you don't have to worry about chasing him down.
It's cool they have the active reload mechanic. Something I haven't seen in a lot of games a lot.
I always love that in Gears.
Yeah,
it's like one of my favorite things in Gears because it's just like that
super satisfying.
2 or 3, yeah, it's that 2 or 3 down seconds gives you a little skill-based thing to do something during that time is really, really useful. Oh, that's nice. And that's the other nice thing. If you shock someone in a
changes
group.
to other people. That's awesome.
Nectarine says Survivor Series on Sunday. Kurt Angle, woo. Any comment, Bill?
No.
I think that was all for you.
Yeah, no, that's all good. But yes, that is happening.
Sorcererware, did you like AC Origins? If Ted Price liked it, I will buy it. I don't know if Ted has played it. Oh, are you in an AT-AT right now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is.
Origins
shoot that chicken.
Origins looks awesome. I
It's
haven't
great.
played it yet though.
It's great.
So good.
They redid the combat. Completely.
Yeah.
And
I was talking to some of the dev guys at E3, and they're pretty drastic changes. I'm really surprised.
I will admit, I didn't love the game at E3. Like, I played the demo at E3 and I was going, meh. And I think it was just because you didn't really have a chance to get used to that combat. As I've played it more, there's some parts of it where it's like the world is pretty big and all spread out. You spend some time on a horse that's like, kind of just, like, I do like that the horse will automatically ride to your next waypoint. I think that's terrific because it almost gives me like a little downtime. Like, okay, I've seen this route before. I'm just going to like check my phone for a few seconds while I ride across the map. But, man, the missions, like, I kind of thought it was silly that you had this hawk that could look and see stuff, but like when you actually use it and you can kind of know, it's like, oh, here's this really big, difficult area where there's a lot of guards, but you have an ability to scout it and kind of like spend some time figuring out your attack route and how to sneak in, and you just feel so good when you do it. And then there's these moments of, like there was this thing where it was a small, maybe it was a side mission even, and I had to sneak in and like bail this guy out of, or get this guy out of prison, essentially a little cage that he was in, and I scouted it, and so I found the perfect route in off of another roof, like where I could kill the commander of the base, and then like I was carrying the guy over my shoulder, and I only killed like 2 people on the way out, and there was a guard, and I walked out and whistled for my horse, and my horse didn't come because I was actually the exit I used was actually the docks, not the road, and I was like, oh crap. So then I just went and stole a boat, and then I'm like rowing down the river on a sailboat, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, and it was just like, oh, like it was like, okay, like it wasn't my plan, but it was kind of fun emergent story of what that was. And shooting at a TIE fighter from an AT-AT's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, Origins has the same creative director as Black Flag, which was my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
Tried to play the demo at E3, but the line was too long and the convention center was going to close before I got to the front, so it just wasn't happening.
Yeah. You got to get those Ubisoft Fast Passes, man.
Yeah.
Fast Passes where it was at.
Dude, even with the Fast Pass, the Mario line was still like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it took a while to play that. That was the one game that I went over there to play, and then I ran into a buddy who Fast Passed me up, and then I got to play Far Cry and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. The Fast Pass was like so helpful.
They were worth their weight in gold. I like the Disney conventions being brought to you. Watch out that TIE fighter at the top of your screen. It was like lighting you up. Spooderman asked, hey, we saw you on the list of people confirmed to go to PAX, or not PAX, PSX. Is PAX Unplugged happening right now, which is kind of the dream PAX I've always wanted to go to, just play board games all weekend. But it's in the wrong side of the country. The wrong weekend, too, like right before Thanksgiving. Oh, there's your ship. I see you're fighting your way back to your ship. Well, the PlayStation blog doesn't lie, does it? Trust me, it doesn't lie. Legal looks at those blog posts significantly on the PlayStation blog. Let me tell you. So, let's see.
Are any of you guys going to PSX?
Yeah, I'd say probably so. At least.
Nice.
Is that it?
Do you get in free if you're like in the industry, or how does that work?
What? Your walker got destroyed? Oh, there was another walker shooting you up. No, I think I need to... I don't know what the situation is on passes for all of us. I need to talk to Greg about that. That's Sony. But no, it's not. It doesn't work that way, though. Obviously, like if you're working there or whatever, or exhibiting or something, they that sort of situation happens. But it looks like you get full health now, so hopefully you can get through this with full health, Adam. Or wait, no, is it Alex?
Alex.
Okay, well I was talking to him. That was the problem.
I heard one of our biggest fans, Evan Falarka, is going to be at PSX.
Yeah, I saw Evan Falarka from the Spidey Squad.
Yeah. I love watching this thing.
I heard he met Amazing Lucas at the Ratchet & Clank anniversary thing.
Yep, Amazing Lucas came by. That was cool.
Awesome people.
It was good to see him. The Ratchet & Clank anniversary was a lot of fun. If you just tuned in the last few minutes, this is Insomniac Live, and today we're playing EA Dice's. Watch you got the walker on the left. Walker on the left.
Oh,
blow it up. Blow it up. Blow it up.
Yeah,
there you
that's
go.
the one that got me.
That's the one that.
Oh gosh.
EA Dice's Star Wars Battlefront II. My name is James Stevenson. I'm the community director. I've got a full couch today. We've got Billy, who's our QA audio specialist. Alex, who's one of our associate VFX artists, and Adam, who's a combat designer. All these gentlemen work on Spider-Man for PlayStation 4 here at Insomniac. And we are currently, I guess we've turned traitor at this point now and are fighting our way off of our home planet back to our Special Forces ship. And we've stolen an AT-AT walker and are wreaking havoc.
Yeah.
I need to know from Blockhead Studios, I need to know from each person on the couch, do you consider a hot dog a sandwich?
Ooh.
Adam.
Oh my God.
No. I don't have a reason for why though.
No. Alex?
I've never really thought about that, but I mean,
No.
anytime you go to Subway or any sandwich shop, you never see a hot dog on the menu, so I'm guessing not.
Okay.
Maybe.
That's a fair answer.
It's a pretty general question because you can slice a hot dog and put it on some rye bread, and then that's a sandwich. But if it's in a bun, it's not a sandwich, man.
Okay, so you're saying, but you're saying that a hot dog sausage could be in a sandwich, but a hot dog in a bun, which is the true hot dog, is not a sandwich.
See, I think the more important question is, can you put ketchup on a hot dog?
Yes, absolutely. But I actually don't anymore. I use sriracha. I'm sriracha and mustard on my hot dog. But I also do like just a pure Chicago style hot dog. But you're saying no ketchup at all.
Of course not.
Okay, that's a Chicago thing right there.
I'll do ketchup on a corn dog though. Sometimes.
Absolutely.
Ketchup and mustard.
Absolutely, ketchup and mustard, and you dip, right? You
Yeah.
don't put you dip.
Yeah, you
dip
don't put it on it, man.
I've seen what was it? At Steak and Shake, they have a burger. I don't remember what it's called, but it has like your meat patty, chili, and slices of hot dog on there. So I guess you can.
Is that called? Is that called a steak and blowout? Is that?
I don't remember the name of it. I had it a long time ago, but it was pretty freaking good.
Serve that for lunch here. Cause some men's restroom issues. Corey's snickering behind the monitor after I said that. I say no, hot dog is not a sandwich. Corey, Justin, what do you say? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. I agree with Billy.
Wait, so what you're saying is that the meat could be part of a sandwich, but a hot dog itself is not a sandwich.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Twitch chat, do you agree? Everyone in the chat, is a hot dog a sandwich? I don't think so. We all say no. It's unanimous in the room. Holy shit, you got to take down a walker without having another walker? Oh, boy. Do you, like, take the TIE Fighter or something?
Is this a grenade launcher?
That's a grenade launcher. That doesn't feel like it's going to do shit.
Yeah, what the...
Oh.
I thought it was a rocket launcher.
You got to... Can you get in a TIE Fighter or something?
Find a really long rope and wrap around the slice.
Or get in the ship? What are you supposed to do here?
It said defend the ship.
I know, but you gotta stop that walker.
I know.
Sweep the leg. Thanks, Corey. Wait, what is this Imperial shuttle landing?
That's not anything. Where's the rocket launcher?
I think this is it, maybe?
I
don't know if you got it.
So let's see. Someone said, Sonic Destroyer said, how excited for you guys for the Star Wars upcoming Star Wars TV series. We'll come back to that though, because Sonic Destroyer says no, it's not a hot dog or not a sandwich. Raphael Zagolan says no, it's not. Silent Tremor says no. Sorcery Warrior says it's a cylindrical sandwich. I disagree. Sandwiches are 2 pieces of bread. Remaster Resistance. These are 2 pieces of bread without that. It's 1 piece of bread that's got a slice in it. I don't think it is.
If it came apart, then maybe.
That's a good. Yeah, exactly. Maybe sometimes when the cheap ass buns you buy fall apart, it becomes a sandwich. But I don't know. And Raphael Zagolan says John Frusciante likes to play video games. That's cool. I wish he was back in the Chili Peppers because they were way better when he was in it. That's my commentary on John Frusciante. No offense to the Chili Peppers because they still are good, but they were better when it was Frusciante and Flea. All right, so Star Wars TV series. Has anyone watched Rebels?
A little bit, not much.
Oh, you all fail. Rebels is awesome. Chad, do you guys watch Rebels? Because if you don't, you should. Rebels is killer. I highly, highly recommend it. This season's been amazing. Like, every Dave Filoni, like, animated show, like, Clone Wars took a little while to really kind of, for them to build up their asset pool and kind of establish characters and stuff and find what was really working. But, like, by the end of Clone Wars, did anyone watch Clone Wars?
I think I may have seen, like, a couple episodes a long time. I know. I know.
I'm shaking my head.
I've been judged.
Clone Wars is also amazing, and so my point being in the end on both of these fronts is both of those games are killer, or both of those shows are killer. I highly recommend both if you like Star Wars. There's a lot to watch if you haven't, because there's now like 10 seasons of television. Fortunately, they're only 30-minute episodes. If you do watch Clone Wars, there's a chronological order list out there. I do recommend going in that order as well. There's also lists that pare it down to like 40 episodes you must watch. Oh, you just had to survive long enough for something else to kill it. I don't know what.
Died of its own volition.
Nice. So anyway, about the TV show, I really hope Dave Filoni is doing the live-action show, because Rebels is ending after the season, and if Dave Filoni gets to do the live-action show, I think that'd be super cool, because what he's done with Rebels and Clone Wars is so awesome that he should get the shot, I think. I won't be, as long as he's making something Star Wars, I'll be happy, because I think he's great. So that's really my thing. There.
Crap. Oh no!
Oh, did you die after you're just supposed to retreat?
Yeah.
Were you too busy, like, shooting stuff?
Thought I could take down that,
Blockhead Studios just say, I want to make... you made our day by answering the hot dog question. You guys rock and potentially save the world. Blockhead Studios, what is your opinion of the hot dog question? We never got what you thought, and that's my concern. JWDR35, thank you for the follow. Kylo19ers, thank you for the follow. And Paul, let me take the control. Jesus Christ, what was that? You died instantly. Paul,
I was showing you how not to do it.
Yeah, this is how not to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to play one round here.
I took one for the team, so you guys would see what not to do.
That was some Corey playing right there.
Oh, what is this?
No, I'm good at this game.
So Corey hijacked my controller.
Oh, what gun is this? This doesn't even have, like, iron sights. This is like a... Oh, Jesus. No wonder we were dying a lot.
Yeah.
Can't headshot with this thing.
I told you at the beginning, I play like a stormtrooper.
I know. This is right. Lejade 392 says, "What's y'all's favorite Spider-Man movie or TV series? Any thoughts there?" And that's a little off topic, but
90s cartoon, man.
90s cartoon? Why?
Because I was really into those comics back then, and it was like seeing the stuff from the page come to life, and it was true to the characters. There was Venom. It felt to me like Peter, and it felt like Spider-Man. And it wasn't cheesy. It was kind of like the X-Men cartoons. Like, it had a serious tone at times. It wasn't like Batman serious, but it was. I woke up every morning and watched it.
That's a tough one. I like a lot of Spider-Man. I really like the first Tobey Maguire movie with the Green Goblin. Like, that one really got me, like, that. Not only did it get me like into Spider-Man, it kind of got me into like superheroes in general. Like, at first, when it was coming out in theaters, I was actually kind of indifferent towards it. But my brother rented the Spider-Man movie game from Blockbuster back when that was a thing, and I watched him play it, and then I played a little bit, and it's like, we got to see this movie, and then that kind of, I got super interested in Spider-Man at that point, and then that even that kind of initiated my interest into other heroes, like Iron Man and all the cool Marvel movies that we're seeing now. So it all began with Tobey Maguire in 2002, I believe.
It was 2002, I think. That is right.
Yep.
Supposedly jumping up on the casting desk with no shirt on to prove that he could be Spider-Man. I don't know if that's
Whatever
lore,
it takes.
but I thought that's what I heard.
Any means necessary, man.
I think probably Spider-Man 2. Yeah. That's a good one. I think that's probably my favorite.
Yeah, I think that's probably still my favorite Spider-Man movie too, but Homecoming I really, really liked as well.
I loved Homecoming.
Yeah, I really liked Homecoming. I thought it was terrific. But I do like, I will say, like, I liked Spider-Man as a kid, but like Spider-Man 1 was like the thing that kind of like really like, into my teen adults, like reestablished Spider-Man for me as one of my favorite characters. It was like, I just thought it was awesome. I thought it was really, really cool. Okay, should we jump into multiplayer here?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Destroy some people.
Mission accomplished.
That I can actually do.
Were they trying to get her to be a traitor? Okay, we'll just skip the cutscene if we can. And then figure out how to drop back to multiplayer. Oh, Lando. What? I wonder how that happened. Now we're full trader. Okay, so we're going to jump into some MP because, you know, we play a campaign for like last 45 minutes, 50 minutes, so we'll jump into a little bit of multiplayer and see if we die a lot. Let's see, what else? Relevant question, you guys making a Star Wars themed Resistance game? No. We're making Spider-Man. That's what we're making.
And it's going to be marvelous.
Blockhead Studios said, our stance, why not both? We're split here, but since I'm the one typing, not a sandwich. Well, you're the one typing, you got to cast the vote. The rest of them just had to like go with what you said. So that's what Blockhead Studios says. They say, not a sandwich. Paul Coe, thanks for hosting us with one viewer. That's awesome. All right. Let's go multiplayer. Yeah. Oh, should we open our crates? Should we see what we got? Should see what we got? I don't even know. I haven't opened a single crate yet. Newsletter emote crate. Okay. This contains not that. I have no idea. We have to find out what we get. Get some goodies.
The link to sign up for their newsletter.
I didn't sign up for the newsletter, I don't think. But okay.
What?
It's
okay, got it.
It's just
not the
emote.
droid's emote. I just didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Daily logging crate. Well, that's fun. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, alright. We got some... Oh, reveal all. That's what I want to do. Crafting parts, credit... Okay, alright, whatever. Let's do this faster. I thought we were going to get like something interesting out of these, but maybe it's just more credits to do stuff for logging in every day. Oh, whoops. Press B too fast there.
Yeah, I hope there's nothing cool in there.
I hope so too. Yeah, it's just credits every day. Okay, so it's just bonus for logging in every day. Okay, that's fine then. Whatever. All right, I'm gonna hand this off to one of you guys to play multiplayer, and you guys can play. Oh, Heroes versus Villains, where you play as.
Couldn't pass it back.
You should do Heroes versus Villains, right?
Yeah. Which one?
Heroes versus Villains. Should that be where you play as like the?
Oh,
like
that's
hero?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty hectic. Let's do it though. Let's do it.
I don't know, crazy powers. That just seems the most Star Warsy, right?
It's the most clusterfuck.
Agent of Doom, can you remaster Ratchet and Clank PS4 for? Well, man, Jesus, that's a that's a question that it's just so loaded. I don't even want to touch it. Jesus, I start reading it, so I'm like, wait, what? Let's see. What games do we want to see announced that aren't a thing yet? I don't know. Star Tropics 3. That's what I want announced.
Warcraft 4.
Okay, there you go. Disco Playa 1. Are you guys going to attend PSX? Did you read the PlayStation blog? Does the PlayStation blog lie? That's my answer to that question. Let's just... It says our name on there. I don't know what else to say.
Maybe it's talking about a different Insomniac.
Maybe it's the event company we get confused. Actually, so there is an event company. So the event company that is called Insomniac. They do like a bunch of EDM concerts and stuff like that. We get confused with them all the time. And I have to tell you that not only do we get confused. So my favorite part about this was some guy on Twitter was like talking about like fuck those Insomniac guys. They oh well, that's not good. All right, back to the campaign because I don't know if our network connection's gonna be good enough for that because we did lose connection earlier. I don't know why we're offline. It's weird. Okay, let's just play the campaign. Let's go back to the campaign. Sorry, no multiplayer. Oh no, those are the rewards. Go back to play. If you hit the bumpers, then they go campaign, and then just go to the latest mission, I guess. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. He was like, "Oh yeah, I deliver food, or like I deliver food to those guys all the time. They don't tip at all. They tip like shit or whatever." And I'm like, well, that doesn't sound like us. I'm pretty sure we tip okay. Yeah. We do get food delivery. Like when we're busy, like we get food for people that work late. So there's dinners and stuff, and like sometimes lunch on the weekends. And then we have Friday lunches. So like today we had the chicken pot or the turkey pot pies and everything. I was like, it doesn't sound like something we would do where we would get like bad. We wouldn't be bad tippers. Mm-hmm. And so I like responded. I'm like, hey, like I'm like, sorry, like, I'd love to like figure out what happened because we don't want to be known as bad tippers. Like, we wouldn't want to screw delivery people over. He's like, oh, well, I work at Jimmy John's, and I'm like, there's no Jimmy John's in the Valley. Like, you sure you don't know that? And then, like, finally, like, over the course of several months, we figured out he delivers to the Insomniac event company, or Insomniac events, and I'm like, that's not us. That's not us. We aren't we're not the shitheads who don't tip you guys. So you hear that, Insomniac events? Tip your Jimmy John's driver. Jesus, it's not hard.
Actually, just recently, I had someone ask me, you know, and starting a conversation, ask me what I do, and I'm like, I work for a company called Insomniac, you know, making games and stuff, and they're like, is that the rave company or that does raves? I'm kind of like, what? No. So I wonder if that's what it is. Then.
Yeah,
Maybe
that is
explains it.
that is who they are talking about.
Yeah.
It's much to my chagrin that there's another Insomniac. Yeah. And Killstriker says, wait, this isn't the event company Insomniac? No. This would be a way different live stream if this was the event company Insomniac, let me tell you.
Have a conflict of interest. I know people that work for that Insomniac as well.
That's fun.
Good. Now you can tell them to tip their Jimmy.
Yeah, tell them to tip their Jimmy John's driver.
Stop dragging
Those guys are
freaky
fast. How do you not tip them?
Stop dragging our name through the mud because of it.
Yeah. In college, I used to be able to, like, it was one of those things where, like, before you would hang up the phone, there'd be the Jimmy John driver right there with your food, and you're like, how did this happen? Like, where is
it's like he was waiting. He knew I was going to order.
I'm surprised Lando's still hanging out with the Rebellion right now, because I figure after he broke the dish off the top of the Falcon, he would have gone into hiding for at least 6 months so that Han didn't kick his ass. That's where I'm at.
I get the purpose behind this, but I'm trying to not go insane
Billy,
with all these
your
walking
camera
scenes.
control is going to make me barf. Pass the sticks.
I was doing that because just walking so slow is going to make me barf.
I mean, the alternative is you run to the end and stay there.
No, I get it.
I like the I like seeing Lando. That's pretty cool. Although, like, it's so funny, like, oh, we're gonna be the Imperials, but like we switch now we're the Rebels halfway through. Although shooting Stormtroopers is way more fun than shooting Rebels, I will say. Shooting Stormtroopers is insanely satisfying. What games have actually let you play bad guys the whole time through? Like Star Wars. I mean, TIE Fighter.
Star Wars Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter. There's a good one. TIE Fighter and Bounty Hunter. Like, are those the only two that let you play?
I guess, if you count like Knights of the Old Republic, where you can choose either faction.
Yeah, I guess in Force Unleashed you can go evil in Force Unleashed too, right?
Oh right, yeah.
Right, or you can kind of. So yeah, that's interesting. Lil Cuckoo, great stream as always. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. You said, hey, what's up, guys? Not much. We're hanging out. If you missed out, you can always go back and check out the rest of the stream later. We do archive them all, eventually put them on YouTube as well. Are we hiring for development positions? Yes, always. Check out our website. Oh, do you get to fly an X-Wing now?
Yes.
Holy shit. This is awesome. Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Interesting. So the Cinder satellites are wiping out his homeworld, Palpatine's homeworld, too, like attacking Naboo. So that's kind of interesting.
You do get different flight controls at home.
Oh yeah, if you need to switch them. I basically have them normal, so that the left stick is up and down and turns left and right, and then the right stick controls speed and roll.
Yeah.
That's normal in my head. But it's not normal for Battlefield. But that's like, it's like what Rogue Squadron would control as, I think. Or a lot of other flight games. Technically Infamous lets you play evil all the way through. That's not, I meant Star Wars games, Silent Tremor, but that's okay. I'm just trying to think of like the Star Wars games that actually do it. There wasn't a Stormtrooper game, was there? I mean, like Republic Commando was kind of a Stormtrooper game. You have torpedoes on the right bumper. I don't know what the left bumper does though. You may have to hold down to walk. There you go. That seemed like it did it. Raphael Zagolin, I'm wondering if this live stream every week will happen just in the second half of the year. We live stream 3 times a week, actually, so if you click that follow button, you'll know whenever we broadcast, and we will continue live streaming 3 days a week next year. Though we will be taking next Friday off because of the holiday, and we'll be taking somewhere between 3 to 4 weeks off due to us not being here in the office. So don't expect streams during that time, which pains us to say. We thought about actually doing pre-recorded streams, but it just didn't feel as fun if you can't actually ask questions. And then we would have had to shoot like an extra 8 streams and all that. Silent Tremor, I know I didn't specify, sorry. I meant Star Wars games though.
Thanks for the reminder. On your position, Danger Leader. Yeah, we're with you, Triv. Alright, let's remind the Empire.
Well, let's blow the satellites up and protect the Gungans. So, Warrior Kratos is kind of an anti-hero. Does it have controller rumble while you fly? Is it controller rumbling?
Yeah,
of course,
very much.
Yeah, there's a lot of controller rumble.
Explosions. Yeah, effects look great.
Yeah.
Flying an X-Wing is always awesome. Especially when you get like that classic Star Wars clone, like Death Star assault music.
Yeah.
Another satellite down.
There's a lot of these satellites.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gone for good, right?
It's kind of fun in a weird, like, almost Star Fox 2 kind of way right now.
Satellites. Our capital ship can broadside that destroyer.
Someday I'll know what that's like. Star Fox 2. Tried getting a SNES Classic again.
Oh yeah, you've been trying all week, right?
Yeah.
You've been on the Walmart train?
Yeah. I click like place my order at like 11 o'clock in like 25 seconds. All gone.
You know, the problem when stores like that announce the time every day is anyone that has a computerized way of buying them is just like cleaning up.
Yeah, for sure.
Although I don't know what the price on eBay is of the SNES Classic. I can't imagine they're that bad.
It's like $120. It's not that much.
So really, like it's only about
it's like
$30.
$20. Yeah,
30
after
bucks
tax and
stuff. After tax. I mean, they're not, like you almost if you want to sell those on eBay, you almost have to live in a tax-free state because by the time you pay shipping and fees, you're not making any money if you. I mean, literally, people must be doing essentially when they're buying those, they're only making $20. So you've got to be getting close to the point where it won't be worth it for people to buy them anymore.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Which is great. Nintendo's done a good job of shipping a ton of those. It was the second highest selling console in October, behind the Switch. So Nintendo had the second highest selling console was the Super Nintendo.
Crazy. Jeez.
I love this universe sometimes. Silent Tremor, don't defend Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, I can't defend Jar Jar Binks. That's hard. I will defend the Phantom Menace.
Really?
I will. I think the Phantom Menace has aged very well if you watch it today. I think it's actually you have to get past some of the like cringy stuff. There's still cringy stuff.
Sure.
But overall, like I like the whole Gungan battle is all CG at the end. It's kind of bad, but like between the lightsaber duel, the pod race, all the practical locations and sets in that movie, like young Obi-Wan as a character, Qui-Gon's pretty interesting. Yeah. I think there's a lot to really like in the Phantom Menace.
I think you're right. I think that the bad stuff is just it's pretty rough.
Yeah,
Anakin acting is.
Jake Lloyd has some bad moments. There's some fart and poop jokes. Not my favorite thing for Star Wars. But favorite Star Wars movies, guys? What's number one?
Probably.
Chat, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I know everyone hates the prequels so much.
You're not going to say one of those is your favorite, are you?
I absolutely am going to say that.
Oh,
episode 3, man. Episode 3, that final battle with Anakin and Obi-Wan.
The one where he wins because he had the high ground?
Yeah. That's how it goes. It's all about the high ground, man. Chop those legs off.
I can respect it. I can respect that you just said that live and people don't know. Like, that's balls, man. No, that's fine. I think it's the best of the prequels. Though to me, Phantom Menace has gotten pretty close to exceeding Revenge of the Sith personally, but I still like Revenge of the Sith better. Although I guess if you count Rogue One as kind of a prequel now too, that might be the best of the prequels technically. For me, it's Empire Strikes Back or best. I think that's still the best Star Wars movie.
That was definitely awesome.
But I like the only one I think that I'm not a fan of. And it's hard for me to watch these days is Attack of the Clones. Yeah. All the others I can watch over and over. Attack of the Clones. Sure. And Attack of the Clones has its moments, but...
I think I like A New Hope the best. I don't know, it's just like there's something about the start of it just feels really good. Like exploration, like finding out all the new information for the characters. And just feels really good, and it holds up so well because of all the practical effects that they used and sets and models and everything.
Nectarine says Empire. Agent of Doom says Rogue One. Agent of Doom. K. Brooks says Return of the Jedi. Killstriker says A New Hope. Sorcery Warrior says Episode 3 has the high ground. So there's someone else who agrees with you. Yellow Belly Marmont says Empire Strikes Back, no question. K. Brooks says Rogue was lit. Cheesy Zimbabwe says Episode 7 was the worst in my opinion. That's so wrong. That's just not even... Oh, we'll discuss that. Let's get into that in a minute. I want to break that down. There's a lot to unpack right there. That's crazy wrong. But Darth Trethon, thank you for the follow. I think Darth Trethon, you may have asked earlier about microtransactions. We did address that earlier. I think our point is, like, kind of the stance is, like, there's obviously a lot, it's something that's going to happen no matter what. But I think, the community definitely will kind of express when they think it's good or bad, and game developers have to, like, learn from that. And I think there's games that obviously do it really well, like Overwatch, Overwatch, right? I'm like second guessing the name there. I think Overstrike's on my brain. And so, like, Overwatch, I think, is an example where people, get excited when there's new skins and stuff like that in the game. And so I think there's ways of doing it right. And then there's approaches that sometimes aren't as right. And the good news is EA is listening and DICE is listening, and we know that, we work on games, so we know there's a ton of people that work really hard on this game, and we know they wouldn't want it to be ruined by the community not liking something like that. So hopefully they continue to make it for the better. I've enjoyed playing what I've played of the game so far. I bought the game and supported it. I think, if you're into Star Wars and shooters, there's a lot to like here, and hopefully the game's just going to get better. So it's a great thing the community gives feedback when they do, and it's a great thing when companies listen, and we hope all that's happening. So back to this whole 7 thing. 7 is the worst.
I'm going to get it now.
Is anyone else on this couch agree? Is anyone in the room, Justin and Corey, because if you do, you're coming over here. Does anyone agree that 7 is the worst?
That sounds like a Corey statement.
I don't think
Corey?
7 is Force Awakens the worst Star Wars movie? This has been suggested in the chat by Cheesy Zimbabwe.
No. What's the metric?
Is it even close to being the worst?
Yeah.
Okay. Corey says yes, it's close to being the worst. I think you have to come talk about this. Would any of you put it in your bottom 3 Star Wars movies?
No.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the worst, but yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Crispin, what do you got?
So
Crispin Glover dance.
Zimbabwe, Cheesy Zimbabwe, tell us why in the chat you think it's bad. I'm going to debate. I will defend Star Wars 7 here, and that's even like I think J.J. Abrams personally he plays really fast with like rules. Like some of the new stuff in the series, I will say like the hyperspace rules really bother me. Like they've just played really loose and fast with hyperspace, and it's like the first movies is not like dusting crops, boy, without precise calculations. But then all of a sudden we have shit like flying hyperspace through a shield or doing hyperspace out of a docking bay. And that kind of stuff bothers me, but 7 nails the characters so well because you care about Rey, you care about Finn, you care about Poe, you care about Kylo, you care about BB-8. So now, like, I'm super invested in Last Jedi because those characters are so good, and that was the most important thing to give us a new cast of characters that we could take into the next film. And to the rest of this trilogy, and I think
explain yourself.
That alone is
like
gigantic.
Hot take with
this is hot take time.
Stephen A. Smith.
Go.
Okay.
Why is 7 nearly one of the worst? And Cheesy Zimbabwe, I still expect your answer.
Okay. So, all the other Star Wars movies have a lot of imagination, and they build out a lot of new concepts, new worlds, new cool things. So like you're talking about the new trilogy, and you're saying, okay, well it's stupid and it's cheesy and stuff. Okay, Darth Maul. You got Darth Maul. How cool is that? He's like the coolest guy. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna do double lightsaber now. That's a thing. And then okay, we got Force Awakens. well, let's put the little dingleberries on the side. Isn't that neat?
It's a crossguard lightsaber.
That's stupid, man.
They're not
We went from
dingleberries.
having a double lightsaber.
It's not like it's hanging out the bottom of the lightsaber and dangling.
It's
like
like
you
what-
can't get it off.
Like, oh, I'm gonna stab this guy and then like shave this guy's sideburn off while I'm doing it. Like, what the hell?
Lightsaber truck nuts.
So you go from Darth Maul to emo Darth Vader, whatever the hell that guy. Like,
Hey, look,
and he's
Anakin
like,
was pretty emo too. If you go watch the prequels,
he's supposed to be all badass, and then at the end he fights two people that don't know how to fight, that have never really done.
He was
something.
shot by. Look, they established that the bowcaster murders fools. Like stormtroopers get blasted off their feet when they get shot by the bowcaster. So they establish how powerful it is, so that when he takes a bowcaster shot to the gut, he's now like
Okay, so I hear
gravely
excuses.
injured.
I hear excuses for why that
He's
fight is
sitting-
not as
no.
cool as a Darth Maul fight.
No, but he's standing there the whole time pounding his gigantic, bleeding, pussing wound.
I would just rather watch
and
a
there's
Darth
blood
Maul fight
falling
'cause
on the
it's
show.
cooler.
Like J.J. Abrams like establishes exactly why he's like brutally injured, and we've established Finn as a highly trained fighter, who then we also
No, Finn was
established.
like the garbage man.
No, he's established as like
Dude,
one of
didn't
the
he
best.
like clean the garbage?
No, he was established as one of the best stormtroopers.
I thought he was one of the garbage
No, well, he was
stormtroopers.
on sanitation duty, but that doesn't.
Yeah.
That
Just
just
like
means he
the
was
garbage man
every
versus
sol-
the leader
doesn't
of the.
every soldier on like you've seen Full Metal Jacket, they all have to clean the latrine at some point.
No.
I would wish they would have droids for that though, personally, but you know, whatever.
J.J.
That
Abrams
was
just
a
built
pretty-
on.
That was super weak, Corey.
What is? No, he's just. You're.
And this is the guy who like threatened me in chat, like, "Yo, let's meet up. I know film theory. I'll discuss it with you every day." And you.
But this
bring
isn't
up
film theory. This is
Dingleberry
Star Wars.
lightsaber.
This is Star Wars.
That's
it's not
your
really
best
film
argument?
theory. It's just Star Wars.
Oh,
it's not. I mean,
Corey.
it's in its own realm.
I was
you know?
sitting over at my desk like Remaster
quaking in
Resistance.
my
Boots. Remaster Resistance says, my problem with movies these days, including Episode 7, is they seem to lack character. The only exceptions are John Wick 1 and 2, and Baby Driver. I'm just lost on that one. John Wick 2 is a good character. Don't get me wrong. I like John Wick. John Wick is a good character, and I like Baby Driver too. But Rey and Finn and Poe are awesome. You will agree the characters are good.
They're good characters.
Like,
Kylo's awful. Kylo is just.
Oh, I think.
Oh, I'm mad. I'm gonna have a tantrum like a child.
I'm
I'm
excited
gonna
to see
knock
where it
over the
goes.
computer. I'm so angry.
I mean, they mix the old characters with the new really well. Like, there's a little bit of homage for sure. I do.
And what's with the what's her name in that gold or whatever outfit it is? The stormtrooper that's like.
Oh, Captain Phasma.
Yeah, Captain Phasma.
Okay.
Look how badass I am. I'm gonna come in and have a cool action. Oh no, I'm kidnapped or whatever. They put me in the garbage chute.
Okay.
What the hell is that? Where's
the
the fight? You want to see they walking in with that armor? You gotta have them have a cool fight showdown. No.
Oh,
Just-
wait,
no.
that's not true. The classic tradition of Boba Fett is that the dude is looks awesome and then just goes flying into the giant
Well,
Sarlacc
he at
monster.
least got hit and there was a little bit of a fight. It just kind of he got taken out quickly. But in this one, there's
he
no
didn't even
fight.
get hit. He got hit by a blind guy who got thrown down a monster. He goes out like such a chump.
That is a valid
and that
point.
fair.
Yeah, that's valid.
Billy, plug your ears for a second. Then there's the whole Phasma obviously got a big fight scene in the next movie. So I will say this about Phasma's character, she did. That is the one big motivation I have trouble believing she would drop the shields. That said, I'm not sure if either it was just bad in the original script and the story group has now written around Phasma's character being oh, she would do something like that, because the stories about her past and what she does immediately after in the comics. I'm a big nerd. I read the Star Wars comics. I read the Star Wars novels. They've actually established her character, and it makes sense that she would actually go drop the shields, because she doesn't really care about the First Order. She's kind of all just about herself.
I feel like something must have changed in the first movie, during development or something, because Phasma seems like she should have been a much bigger character.
I think it's one of those things too, where either it may have changed, but it also may have just been they made this really cool armor, and then it's oh, well, how do we use that? And
Right,
so it
'cause,
kind of adds, it's one of those things
the
where
actress is awesome. She's from Game of Thrones. They had a ton of merch for her.
Well, I always think of it too as there could be the second part, right? Where it's oh, they discover that in development. They don't really want to rewrite to add a lot for her, so they kind of give her a bit role, and then she has more of a role in the second movie.
Right.
And that's kind of where they could go from for that. So I don't necessarily know if that's true, but
you could be right. Like, you know, I'm sure there's always messy stuff.
Nectarine says Phasma's a lamer Django, not even Boba.
Oh,
Yes.
well, okay.
Totally.
I agree that right now, yes, but Phasma still has time. She's not dead yet. Django's dead. Boba, well, we don't know. Boba, in the old fiction, Boba escaped from the Sarlacc. So who knows? And they may make a Boba Fett movie. But Phasma has time for redemption. She could still be pretty cool.
Went down like a chump in the first one, though.
Daniel Craig should be more in the second movie. Hit by Stick. Kylo wasn't bad. I liked him. See, I agree, K. Brooks. I like Kylo too. I think that's interesting. Blockhead said, "Do you guys think Finn is Force sensitive?" I say no. I think that was a big red herring to show him with the lightsaber and stuff, and that was just more of that. Remaster Resistance says, "I don't mean the characters. I mean the movies in general lack their own identity, if you will." I will say, I think like they're just trying hard to match the old ones, but I think that's okay. I'm curious what Rian Johnson does. I think J.J. Abrams had a very difficult task, and I think that's a thing people forget too. Like, that movie is like an impossible movie to make. How do you follow up the Star Wars movies while resetting the universe, introducing a bunch of new characters? And I get that
He did it by being a yes man.
Go back behind the computer, Corey.
I don't think so. Man, I really think I've watched Force Awakens a lot.
It's just
and
like the
I think
same
it's
as
really
New
good.
Hope, but just like with more CG.
No, it's not. That's the easy. That's like if you look at it at the surface level, the characters are so.
Yeah, because
Go
now
away.
Yoda's orange instead of
Go
green.
away.
It's a big change.
Movie reviews.
Beat it,
Maz is
Corey.
not a Jedi though. She's just a bartender. A very old bartender. 1,000-year-old bartender. Zyobirth, thanks for the follow. Sorry, we've gone over time because we've gotten into this whole Star Wars debate, and I'm sorry we didn't get more of you guys in the chat on this, into the Star Wars debate. And I'm sorry that it turned into me versus Corey, but I will go down with Force Awakens. I've said Phantom Menace, another movie I will unapologetically defend at this point. But I love Force Awakens. I think it's nearly perfect in my mind. I think it could be, like I said, I understand like some of the complaints, but I think it's nearly perfect, and I can't wait. I think Rian Johnson's going to crush it and build on it. And I will say the other thing I'm really excited about is that Rian Johnson gets to make his own Star Wars trilogy.
Can you know? Can I say one thing that I won't defend?
What?
Corey.
You won't defend Corey? Oh, burn.
I never liked him. I'm gonna come out and say it.
Cheesy Zimbabwe will say Poe Dameron taking out 10 TIE fighters in 16 seconds was completely ridiculous. That and the Rey fight. Rey fight against Kylo was a slap in the face to Luke being a prodigy, having to build up his powers over 3 movies. Luke did blow up the Death Star without ever having flown an X-Wing before. So that was pretty prodigious, I think. And again, Kylo was injured. Like, I want to know, you know, what the next, like, Kylo-Rey fight looks like, but Kylo being injured, I think, can't be taken. Kylo being injured and then upset that his grandfather's lightsaber flew to Rey instead of him were giant things that I think were really important there. I love the Poe shooting down 10 TIE fighters personally. Like, that's just Poe. He's awesome. And I love that shot too. There's like tracking shot of like Finn tracking Poe's X-wing across the sky. I think it's really cool. So I don't know. Oh, now Corey's in the chat. That's great. I let him go back into the chat. This is terrible. Guys, any last thoughts here on Star Wars in general, movies? You saw playing Princess Leia. Sorry that conversation got away from me, but I get very passionate about Star Wars sometimes.
I'd like a decent VR Star Wars experience at some point.
Oh, have
Did
you
you
guys
see the Disneyland?
Yeah, the
Disney
one down in Disneyland. You've heard about this, right?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it though.
It hasn't opened yet, and I know like they're trying the crowd control, but like I think you wear like even like a backpack,
Yeah.
and carry a blaster, and there's like ramps, and so you're like going through a whole 3D
Because you're
space.
wearing the computer on your back, so
Right.
so you're walking around with the VR headset.
and you're supposed to be like a trooper. Yeah, I have tickets for like early January or mid-January to go do it in the morning. There's not, yeah, it's crazy on like a Saturday, like 8:30 in the morning some Saturday, but you can do a whole team of 4 and you're like a squad going through. It looks really, really cool. So I'm excited to check that out. Any other Battlefront, Star Wars, whatever? Sorry.
Yeah, it seems like it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
gorgeous
Yeah,
too.
it's beautiful. That Frostbite engine.
multiplayer is actually a lot of fun once you get into it.
Oh,
And
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
feels good.
It's good.
Sorry we had network issues on that front today. I'm not sure what was going on there. Remaster Resistance Final Thought, The Phantom Menace sucks. Doesn't suck. God, Phantom
He's just trying to get him.
When was the last time you rewatched it, Remaster Resistance? I dare you to go rewatch it this weekend and come back and tell me what you think on Monday. Except I won't want to derail our Marvel Lego Hero stream. Make sure you click the follow button on Twitch. We've got streams coming next week. We're doing Lego Marvel Star Wars and some form of Donkey Kong Country on Wednesday before Thanksgiving holiday. Nectarine says my final thoughts. Corey rules. DX suck
If
it.
he really liked Corey, he would have spelled his name right.
Oh, yeah, you would have spelled his name right if you really liked him, but you didn't. And Kill Striker says, thanks for the great stream. Later, thank you. Appreciate everyone coming to watch. This has been a great week on Insomniac Live. Had a lot of great shows. Make sure if you go back, what did we do this week? I don't even remember now. What did we play? Oh, we had Resistance 3 with Marcus and Joel. That was a fun show. It was just a couple days ago. You can always check out our archives there. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Insomniac Games, Facebook, Insomniac Games. We also have a Discord channel, which you can find on Insomniac Games, or Insomniac.games, our website. You can find a link there to the Discord. Adam's in the Discord. You can chat with him quite a bit. We have Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank channels, all that good stuff. So thanks for coming on and watching. Indigo Glass 8, thank you for that Twitch follow. We really appreciate it. We'll see you guys back on Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific, where we'll be playing Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. I think that's the right name of the game. But, it's the new Lego Marvel game. It's going to be a blast.
Spider-Ham. They have Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham's in it?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tune in, right? There actually may be a little bit of us playing as Spider-Man in Lego Marvel Heroes, so that's pretty cool too. So we'll see you guys on Monday, and have an awesome weekend. And if you're going to see Justice League, enjoy that. Anyone going to see Justice League this weekend?
I actually haven't seen any of the DC movies except Superman. I'm sorry. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm sorry. I'll catch up at some point.
You should have asked that question before the show. Okay, maybe not. But if you're going to see it, enjoy. All right, guys. See you next week.